Day 155. Day 155 of Hey, What Are You Doing Today? What a really unique day this has been. Probably the most peculiar and strange day that I've had yet. And I can't really put my finger on what it is or what's going on, but just a sense of something, you know, and just some peculiar things that are coming to me today. You know, I'm not sure what to make of it, so I figure I'll just kind of talk about it. And there's so many different levels that I may forget a couple things that have gone on. You know, last night was kind of a breaking point for me with stress and some things that are going on. Oddly enough, yesterday I came across a Latin quote. Not sure if this is pronounced correctly. I've never even tried to learn Latin in any way, shape, or form, but it was Fortitudine Vincimus, and I think I saw another pronunciation of you know, I guess there's two Latins, the Church Latin and the original Latin, and I guess I got a vague idea what that means, but the other pronunciation is Fortitudine Vincimus. You know, it's through endurance we conquer, and it was the slogan, the family slogan of Ernest Shackleton, who I just recently began reading, listening to a book he wrote called South, and then also reading a book called Endurance, which is about the struggles that he went through. But anyway, that came to me yesterday. You know, Fortitudine Vincimus, you know, through endurance we conquer. And that's a powerful slogan. You know, as I said, I went home last night and I just about cracked, like really cracked. Everything is kind of, you know, I had a big release of pressures, you know, and today was an interesting day. I mean, I guess I'll start at the beginning. You know, I picked up the trumpet, you know, and I was able to get all the way through the C scale, which is the first time I've done it, and it was, you know, I wouldn't want to say came easy, but it was, you know, the first attempt, and it was ba 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 ba, you know, and it was there. I need to work on coming back down the scale now, and get that scale down and move on to another scale, which is the progress I want to take. But that was immediately, you know, after a very rough night, and you know, and high stress levels, and you know, I woke up this morning and broke out the C scale, which, you know, it doesn't sound like much, but it was just that one little achievement, just kind of set the tone for the day. It just kind of felt good and felt like an accomplishment, felt like a release, felt like I had achieved, you know, created something in my life. I'd achieved something. As simple as that was how the day started, and that's the way the day started on that path. Came in, it's Wednesday. I haven't really talked about my weight much, but I've been fluctuating, you know, the lowest I've been is 197, and so I've been fluctuating 197, 203 for a couple weeks here, and still trying to stay on that Wednesday as a weigh-in day. So I stepped on the scale and it's 193.6. Holy cow, that's pretty huge to me. 193.6 pounds. I mean, you know, it came out of nowhere. I wasn't really anticipating it. In my mind, I was thinking, where am I going to be, you know, somewhere between 197 and 203, and then all of a sudden, bam, it was like I had to step on it the second time just to make sure, but that was a good feeling. So two pretty big accomplishments. And then, you know, just listening to random things. And another thing, you know, I've been trying to keep my mind open. You know, I'm not you know, I don't want to, well, just anything that comes to me, I just keep my mind completely open to, and you know, whether that be some New Age spirituality or numerology, or even you know, old Christian beliefs or old Buddhist beliefs, or any kind of information. You know, it doesn't matter to me, and I don't want to judge it. I just want to, if it comes to me, I want to take it and see what's in it for me, and try to pull something out of it. And what a weird series of things came to me today. the first thing that came to me. Yesterday was a quote in Latin, through endurance we conquer, and today was a Greek word. I don't know if there's a difference in ancient Greek language, or if it's still a word that's used in Greece or not, but it was I'm not sure I'm going to pronounce this right. Tetelestai. And it means that it's finished, it's done, it's paid for. What was interesting is not too long after hearing that word, I was listening to something else, and the comment was, "The struggle is over." And just kind of a sense of freedom and a sense of release came from that. Apparently looked into it. And Tetelestai was one of the things that Christ said just before dying on the cross. It is finished. Tetelestai. It's paid for. It's done. And then to hear that the struggle is over, and it was just such an uplifting, such a good feeling. And somehow, this is where it gets. It's all peculiar to me, but this is where it gets even a little bit more peculiar. Somehow it came up into vibrational hertz, I guess you would call it, and this is something I've never come across before. I didn't know that there were different vibrations, or the sun sends out a vibration at a certain hertz level, and or blade of grass vibrates at a certain hertz level, or different frequencies are thought to help different things. There's a whole thing with plants. I forget what it's called, biosonar or something like that, where something as simple as playing a certain kind of music to certain plants makes them grow stronger, taller, bigger, faster, whatever the case might be. Also, there's sound is an interesting thing, is that dolphins can create the sound underwater, and somehow this sound, this is just something I heard in passing. I have no evidence, or I don't know, didn't investigate it at all, but apparently they can make these sound bubbles, and they actually generate light from that, and then that all comes from, then it all went into this thing that, let there be light was, the creation of the earth was the earth created by sound, something I never considered. I never, considered the frequency of the sun, or frequencies in general. Never really looked into them, but I got hit with 528 hertz. So if anybody wants to look that up, apparently it's the sound that can open up the third eye. It's the sound that the sun sends to us. It's the vibration of a blade of grass, and it's really peculiar. I turned it on, and I have another thing that I've picked up along this way. I have a picture of the Sri Yantra at my desk, and I was listening to this sound, this vibration, or series of sounds that vibrate at 528 hertz that I found, and all of a sudden that Sri Yantra just started dancing around like I've never seen before. I've stared at it before, and I don't know anything really about it. Some vagaries, but I'm looking at this thing, and I had heard it could come to life, and I'd stared at it long enough and thought maybe I was seeing some movement, and I don't know too much about it. But all of a sudden, listening to 528 hertz and staring at it, started spinning, started seeing images that I hadn't seen in it before, and just all kinds of, just a really unique experience. But through all that, I just have this all these little things that have occurred. I have this feeling of cleansing. It's like I've been baptized into the next step. The other thing I wanted to talk about is I've started noticing, and I haven't looked into numerology at all. And again, I just keep myself open to anything. Some people hear things like numerology or New Age spiritualism, or Christianity or Buddhism or whatever the case might be, and they have these apprehensions, these things that have kind of been ingrained in their brain. But I'm trying to just take it as it comes. But I've had these numbers 8 and 3 coming to me pretty constantly over the last few days, and just decided to put it in, and all of a sudden it came up in Path and Bible numbers 8, chapter 3, and it says something about the the 7 lamps, and the brought back light. It all kind of circled everything back around. The frequency of the sun, and the sound, and light emanating from sound. And so I really don't have a big epiphany that I'm coming to. I don't really have a big conclusion. All I wanted to do was mention that how peculiar this day has been with this information that all of a sudden just came to me today. I have no it wasn't something that I actively sought out. Most of what I'm learning isn't something that's sought out. It's something that has been handed to me along the way of this little adventure I'm on. But what a powerful, Tetelestai. I don't know why that word is so powerful to me right now. Tetelestai. It is finished. It is done. And it's just a relief. Just like, wow. Just truly. The only way to describe it is as a baptismal, I don't know if that's a word, but feeling on just a total cleansing, just a total, the last few days that were a struggle, and a real fighting with my, an inner turmoil that was going on with, all of a sudden all that's just kind of alleviated, and there's this new world that's opened up, or at least a new world of information. Whether or not it's a new world to me, I don't know, but it's a whole new branch that I don't know where this is coming from, or what to make of it, or what to get from it. Any knowledge is good knowledge. Any awareness of something is good, whether or not I fully comprehend it, or understand it, or buy into it, or believe it, or whatever the case might be. Just the fact that I'm aware of it, that this information is out there, and that it's come to me in some regards, and I'm curious to explore it a little bit further, and see what's really going on. And see what it brings into my life. But I don't know. Tetelestai. Vencimos fortitudinos. Vencimos. No, fortitudine vencimos. Fortitudine vencimos. Fortitudine vencimos. Tetelestai. What an interesting culmination of 2 days. Day 155. Hey, what are you doing today?